Well, it's a pretty grim looking day here in the back garden, and it's really quite cold out here, but then you'd expect that this time of year. I thought I'd just come out and do a quick recce of the garden to see what jobs I need to do in the very near future, and once I've identified those, I will start planning actually doing them. So come with me and we'll see what's going on. As you can see, Dax is investigating. This one we will just trim back and see how it goes. I think there are some buds coming, but it comes quite late in the year. This one really needs to have the straggly tops taken off, and I will probably take those off with secateurs, and then I shall just shape this bush. If I'm very lucky, I might be able to get to use the hedge trimmer on that one. And then this fir tree, again, this needs just very gently taking back, and last time I did that was with the hedge trimmer, just to take the edge off, just so that I can get up through the path really. Hydrangea obviously will wait until it's ready to be pruned, which will be a little bit later in the year after the frosts have gone. The Daphne will stay as it is because it's now starting to come out into flower, as you can see there, and it won't be very long before this one also emits a lovely scent. But I will wait until it's finished flowering to do anything with taking the extra little branches off. As you can see, a few shoots coming out there that once it's flowered and gone over, we can take those off and just tidy the plant up a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, I'm just taking the long bits off of this plant. It just makes it easier then to see what I want to do later with the hedge clippers. It's easier to get into the back to take them off. It will be as you see, some of them are quite big and unwieldy, but we can deal with those. But I should go around the plant and do this before I get the hedge clippers out and tidy it up properly. If you're finding this useful, then please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. So now comes the really exciting bit, well for me anyway, because I'm being let loose with a power tool. And this is our trusty hedge trimmer. It doesn't get used that often, but when it does, it comes in really handy. Now, I'm wearing a hat at the moment. It's not really cold enough, but it just keeps my hair out of the way. And obviously, I've got to be careful with my glasses as well. But I'm also wearing lightweight gloves because I can get a better grip on what I'm doing. So let's give it a go and see what we can do. I'm just taking a light cutting off so that I can then stand back, have a look and see if I need to take any more. This needs to come off here because I want to be able to access my path. Always be careful of these. There's nothing like a bit of destructive gardening. I love it. There we are. That's what's happened to this particular shrub. I've cut it so that I've got a nice bit of shape to it, but I've also made sure that I've given myself a bit more room on the garden path. I'm going to do this fir tree. It's a lovely slow growing fir tree that we've had for a lot of years, but the same problem with it really. It grows out over the pathway, so we have troubles getting up and down. And also it grows rather close to some of the other plants, including my hydrangea. So all I'm going to do is very gently take off some of the outside. It tidies it up as well. It doesn't seem to do any harm. We'll see what we can do, but as I say, it's very delicate. If you take off too much at a time, you can't stick it back on, can you? The only trouble I have with this one is that it's a bit tall. I might have to get a bit of help to get up to the top bit, but this is what I should do all the way around, very gradual, and just take it, stand back, have a look, see where I want to go next, and then just take the next little bit off. There we are. Both of these bushes have now been trimmed, and the mess cleared up. Anything that's left there will get dug in when I dig it over in the spring. But there you go, that's those two done. But I've been told I have to clean out the blades, which I'm doing with just a little old brush, and then a drop of, if I can find it, drop of oil on the blade, and then we'll just set that running again just to work the oil in before we pack it away.